guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here again with my Flower Fairies pieces, and we made these gorgeous pieces yesterday, or well, for me it was yesterday. I don't know whether for you guys it will have been yesterday, or I may have staggered the videos in a different order. But yeah, we've definitely made these previously anyway, let's just say. So I thought let's come and make some more bits, and let's try and do some different type of colours. So for these we used this quite a neutral kind of collage masterboard background, and I thought let's do some with now, you know, a very different looking masterboard background. So, you know, hopefully it will kind of just give you the illusion of, yeah, that taking the same book images, I guess, will create different overall looks. So yeah, I'm going to, I think, choose this one. So I've taken my collage masterboard scrapbook and just picked something from there. Although just before I commit to it, I'm just going to check that there's not another one that I would prefer to use. So, oops, I've obviously been using this previously, so I've got, yeah, all bits and pieces stuck in here. Right, I'm going to tear out this one as well. Yeah, and then we'll decide. I mean, the reason that I've picked these two are because, of course, you know, they've got lots of blues and things. So, I mean, they really are truly very different looking colours to what we had obviously used on the previous ones. So, again, what I'm going to be doing is using the same book. So, it's this complete book of the Flower Fairies. And, yeah, I mean, it's really got a really brilliant assortment of lovely images to use and to choose from. So let's go through and just pick a couple of images. Again, you know, and I said this in the last video, my main problem really with using this book is it's so full of the most beautiful images. It's choosing, you know, choosing an image that I don't mind using because the pages are double-sided, if you see what I mean. So I'm going to tear this one. Now, I have to say, I'm not quite sure that this is going to actually go with those blues, but we'll see. Let's have a look. Oh, this might be quite good. It's got this kind of pink going on. So let's put that up there. I mean, a lot of these obviously are quite, you know, yellow and green based. So yeah, I mean, obviously I don't really want to use those. This is very blue based. But of course I prefer this picture that's on that side, so I'm not sure that I'm going to be using that. Also, these pictures here are a lot bigger, so it might be that they actually would be possibly a bit too big for these, you know, pieces that we're going to be making with that collage master board scrapbook, if you see what I mean. So, I mean, we've got that one. This one's quite pretty, and although it's not blues, it's got the pinks, which of course if I use that bluish toned one, it's got a lot of pinks going on. So yeah, just tear that one out, and yeah, just very quickly pick another one. She's very nice, isn't she? So yeah, let's take this one. Like I say, I mean, the main problem is with this book is, to be honest, because it's double-sided, I mean, as obviously most books are, you know, it's choosing obviously which side of the page to use. Right, okay, so I'm going to do exactly as I did last time, in that I'm going to cut this into 4. Now, obviously last time I kind of made a bit of a mishap really. So now I'm thinking, I wonder whether actually I could do 2 belly bands and then 2 other pieces. I'm not sure how that's going to go. So let's try 1 belly band. So I'm just going to cut this down here like that. Oh, and now I'm thinking those Flower Fairies are going to be too thin for the belly bands, if you see what I mean. Oh well, yeah, they're going to be too big for the belly bands. Oh, honestly, I don't know obviously what I'm saying here, so it's all coming out wrong. Right, and then I'm just going to cut this into half approximately. So again, I've got 4 pieces from that collage masterboard. So let's move the original pieces that I made previously. Now, I would probably, you know, use all of these in the same journal. So even though I'm going for a completely different colour scheme this time, I would probably want to keep some consistency. So for me, that would probably mean using, say, you know, for example, the same lace, or, you know, the same kind of methods, which in the previous one, we used a lot of black inking around all the bits. So I would probably still do that for a bit of continuity between the bits. So even though they're different colours, we've got some element which is kind of the same. So for this one, I'm just going to cut this down. Now, again, I'm stuck because I quite like all of the images. So I'm just going to cut this down like that. I hope I haven't cut through her. Yeah, I haven't cut through her. So I could still use her on something else. So that's all quite good. Now I'm going to, I think, tear this one. So we'll just tear this one round. Like that. Okie dokie. Right. Okay, so, I mean, how gorgeous is that image? You know, like I said in the previous video, I mean, to be honest, it's hard for your pieces not to turn out lovely when you're using such beautiful images in the first place. You know, how can things not look pretty? Because, of course, all these flower images are so, flower fairy images are so pretty. You know, yeah, it would be hard to not have pretty looking outcomes, wouldn't it? So, right, I've actually torn into her head a little bit, so... Yes, I need to be a little bit more careful. Right, let's just tear those flowers down a bit, because otherwise... Oh, I wish I hadn't torn that weird looking shape now around her head. But hey, it's too late now, so I'm just going to go with it anyway. Right, let's ink this up. So I'm doing exactly the same as the last one in that I'm inking this with the black. Now, the reason for doing this, if you didn't see the last video, is just to make that stand out a little bit more on that page. And, you know, that really does make such a big difference, doesn't it? So I'm going to just trim this piece down because, of course, my cutting was pretty rubbish. So just so it looks a bit neater. Like that. Okay. And like this. Okay, right. Let's go round the edge of here. Okay, right. So, I mean, that's really pretty, isn't it? Just, you know, with those black edges, it just, yeah, just looks really lovely. So, oops, must decide which way up I'm having this. Yeah, I thought it was up this way, but actually now I've turned it upside down, or up the other way, I think. Oh, actually, it must have been going that way. Right, let's have a look and see what we've got. So, of course, I want to kind of get some more blue going on in here. So possibly we might have something like, you know, maybe a blue stamp. So let's just, you know, let's just stick some of these things on as we find them. So blue postage stamp. Oops, just put that down there. I mean, obviously that's going to be mainly hidden behind the flower fairy. That's fine because, you know, we don't need to kind of have all of it showing, if you know what I mean. We just want to have enough blue to like bring the area of blue together, you know, so that's kind of all we probably need. Now I've got some of my bright butterflies here, and obviously there's some blue ones, so definitely you could bring some blue in by using some of the blue butterflies. So again, just cut this down. Okay. Whoops, sorry, dropping my glue now. Okay. There we go. Right. I mean, yummy. How scrumptious does that look? It's not even got anything else on there yet, but just those few blue touches are really kind of bringing the blue out, aren't they? So I'm just going to cut this down now. And then just tear this along. Oops. Ah, come on. Okay. Oh dear, look at what's going on here. What on earth? Oh my goodness. Sorry about this. I thought I'd kind of cut it at the header, you know, and torn the header off, and then just it seemed to have like the smallest bits of the header sort of left on there. Right, so that looks quite nice, doesn't it? And we could probably have, I was thinking kind of another blue something on there, or let's just have a look. So again, what we used in our last one, we used like a frame from the Curator's Collection, my newest Curator's Collection printables. Because there's lots of blues in them, I'm thinking we could possibly use something like that again. I think in the last one we used a gold frame, so but this has also got lots of blue, so I'm thinking possibly put some blue on here. So, or oh, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah, that just looks very strange. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. Let me see what else I've got here, because I've got a whole bunch of different things that have been cut out here beside the desk. I've got some labels and things like that. I've also got some ribbon. I mean, that's not actually the right colour blue, but you know, it looks okay. Right, I'm going to glue the flower fairy down, I think, because and I know I say this all the time, but I can't kind of say it enough. For me personally, I just find it so helpful to just get something stuck down, because all the time I can keep moving things. Of course, I do keep moving things. And then, you know, it just makes it near on impossible to make a decision, because it's like, oh, well, oh, I might move it again. Oh, I might just try it like this. You know, whereas if I just finally glue it down, it's like, no, you know, I have to go with that now. So even if I, you know, later on sort of think, oh, I wish I hadn't done that, I'm still in a better position having made that decision than not, if you know what I mean. So just wondering actually whether I might prefer the lace kind of somewhere else. Now, what did I do with all my fussy cuts? Okay. Oh, and I did say yesterday I kept on knocking things into the bin. So, yeah, I've just knocked something else into the bin now. I mean, it's just a sort of printable, but it's annoying because obviously it's something I fussy cut, and now I've wasted my efforts fussy cutting it to just have let it just knock into the bin, which is silly, isn't it? I mean, we have got these labels. I'm not sure that's quite blue enough. This. Okay. Oh, what else? Oh, right. I have got this blue label, which is really nice, isn't it? So I'm just literally hunting around looking for anything blue, really. And I have also got some pretty pink roses, which might look quite nice. So, yeah, let's just have a look. Oh, this is very bright. So, yeah, probably not that, to be honest. But, hey, I'll just kind of leave my options open while I just decide. So I'm thinking we could have this little label piece here. That's quite pretty. And I do love using a label, you know, just cut in half, kind of off to the side. So let's just try that. And then let's just take this down. Like that. So, oh, how pretty does that look? It just ties in the pink with the blue bits, doesn't it? So just wondering whether I need something else pink over here, to be honest. Otherwise I feel a bit like all the pink is, you know, in a line, which of course it sort of is. Yeah, okay, right, let's get this label put down. Stuck down, okay. Like that. Okie dokie, and then the rose, and that that lace trim. I mean, how gorgeous does that look? So again, just going to glue that onto there, like that. Okay. Oh, how pretty does this look? Love it. I mean, it's just really nice to kind of have the contrast between the ones that we've done already in the sort of more neutral colours, and then this one, which has completely different sort of look to it, being in the blues. Oh, I think that's better. Yeah. Just the sort of more equal distribution of the pinks and the blues. So we're just kind of tying the pink in a bit. Like that. You know, just having a bit of extra pink somewhere. And then this lovely blue butterfly. Not on top of this bright blue, but just, you know, adding a bit more of the bright blue, if you see what I mean. Now, obviously, yesterday we did, or, you know, in the previous video, I must stop saying yesterday because it, like I say, may well not be yesterday for you guys. We had lots of bling. So I'm just going to try a little bit of bling because, of course, I really love using it. And a bit of bling just always makes everything look better, doesn't it? Now, I had that bling very long on the butterfly when I used it in the previous one, because I thought it looked a little bit dragonfly-ish. Sorry, I can't talk for some reason today. So I'm going to do that again. You know, like I said in the previous one, I wouldn't necessarily do this, you know, normally. It's just because we've got these butterfly or the flower fairy garden-y wings, very wings type themed pieces, that I feel a bit like having the almost like dragonfly-ish finishing touch on the butterfly just goes really, really nicely here. So I love how that piece looks. It's absolutely gorgeous. Right, put that to one side and do another one. So let's do one of these belly bands. Like I say, I'm actually not too sure now whether I've actually made these too skinny, and I'm now going to struggle to get any flower fairy image actually fitting onto that piece at all. Got this one, let's just see. Yeah, definitely not that one. Right, wonder if I could do this one. So let's just take this, okay, and I'm just going to tear this down. Like that. Oh, I mean, how pretty does that look? Looks gorgeous, doesn't it? You know, I mean, again, we've not even put anything else on here yet, but already it looks lovely. So just to keep the continuity, I'm going to ink it obviously with the black, and I will obviously ink the belly band piece as well with the black. So like that. So I hope everyone's having a good day, maybe doing some crafting, having a nice time. It's a bit of a funny day out there today. It's not particularly cold. I mean, I say this, I know I always say it, but just repeating myself again. I always am filming ahead. Well, not always, but yeah, generally I film ahead. So today I'm filming ahead. So it may be ages before this video goes up. So yeah, I mean, while I'm filming this, it's still winter. But I mean, it could be that this video won't go up until the spring or something. It just kind of depends, because sometimes then I might have a series or something which pushes the video scheduling back of, you know, odd individual videos, which of course, you know, this technically is. So yeah, I'm filming ahead at the moment, but right. And then this, like that. Okay, she looks pretty, doesn't she? And let's have a look. So on this one, obviously, I want to bring some blue in at the bottom. Or, yeah, at the bottom, really, because, of course, I've got the blue at the top and it feels like it's not balanced, you know, out at all. I I mean, I could have a bit of ribbon. This ribbon just is here from something else. So for me, it just feels like, oh, I wonder if I can use this on anything. It's a bit thick to actually have doubled over, if I'm honest. So yeah, I probably can't really kind of fit it on there. Let's get this blue label. Like that. Okay. Like that. Oops. Oh dear. So I'm thinking maybe put this blue label on the flower fairy image. How gorgeous does that look? You know, because I just feel it needed some more blue down the bottom to balance out the blue that's at the top. You know, otherwise it doesn't kind of coordinate, you know, because there's nothing blue obviously on this image. So it's like, oh, why have you used blue on there? I mean, you might still be thinking that. But if I incorporate like a blue label down here and, you know, even more a blue flower, that is then, you know, bringing the blue straight into the piece, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to cut this lace down here. Like that, okay. And, yep. Now, maybe at the bottom. Okay, so now I feel like I need something else up here. Possibly something darkish, like to bring in this lace. Yeah, I'm not sure. Again, let me just see what I've got laying around on the desk that, you know, might just fit the bill. If not, I'm going to have to rummage kind of elsewhere. But yeah, if I had anything that's just laying around, it would probably be handy. So, I mean, I could just have this, something like that there. I know it's a bit, you know, a bit random, but it's just helping to balance out and just bring the dark onto the, you know, into the theme, which otherwise it just, yeah, felt like, you know, why have you got dark down here when there's no other dark, if that makes sense. So let's just check. I mean, I've got this gorgeous green butterfly. That might be too green. That's too yellow. So I'll just cut this out. Okay. Honestly, I can't tell you how much I love these flower fairy images. And I know I spent the whole video last time saying that as well, but they're so pretty. And yeah, I've been meaning to make like a flower fairy journal for the longest time. I'm not saying I'm definitely going to do that because, you know, I might still not get around to doing it. But hey, at least I will have made some bits of ephemera that, you know, possibly I would put them in a kit or something like that. But they're such lovely bits. Oh, that's just a bit too big, isn't it? Right, I'm just going to put this on for the time being. So yeah, let's get this inked up a bit around the edges. Okay. Whoa, dear. Just knocked everything flying. Right, let's put this one down first. Like that. Okay. That's really pretty. And then we're going to have the pretty blue label. I just love this label. It's so gorgeous. You know, I don't necessarily think the label is so gorgeous, if you know what I mean, but on here, I mean, not that I think it's horrible, but you know, on here, I mean, it's the perfect colour, isn't it? That's just tying that in. So, and then here, just get this lace down on the bottom. Like that. Okay. It's very pretty. And, oops, going to put this blue flower down on here as well. Oh, that's so gorgeous, isn't it? It looks scrumptious, I have to say. Now, do we want any buttons or anything like that on here? I mean, that button's quite pretty. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? What's happened to my bling now? Oh, it's here. It's so hard to see because the bling, obviously, it's black and, you know, obviously the craft mat's black. So it just kind of gets completely lost in amongst the craft mat. But, right, thinking I could probably have that little button there. Like that. And then the bling, whoops. Okay, like that. Okie dokie, right. How gorgeous does that look? And then I'm just going to do like a postmark stamp up there as if that is a stamp, if you see what I mean. So sorry about shaking the desk there. Let me get my postmark stamp. Oops. Which I always keep in my drawer. Oh, here it is. I knew it was in here. It was just a case of it was buried. Right. So I want it this way or this way. Okay. I think I'd probably prefer it going on this side. So like that. Yeah. Oh, isn't that just so pretty? Oops, I've now got two stays on packets open. It's because one is older than the other, so I wanted to make sure I used the older one for the inking round and, yeah, the newer one for the stamping. So that's that one. Absolutely gorgeous. Really, really pretty. I have just noticed, actually, that I have got a pink flower. Sorry, just picking that hot glue out of the centre of that flower, because sometimes you just get that hot glue poking through those holes in the buttons. Oh, that's probably overkill, so yeah, I'm not going to do that. Right, put that to one side. Next one. So again, this one's now a bit of trimming down because of my rubbish cutting. So like that. Okie doke. And then, oh, it's on the bottom. Like that. Okay. Like that, and yeah. Okay, right. Now for this one, just wondering. So again, let's just have a look and see what image we're going to use on here. We've got this one. I mean, we could have this as a tall one, to be fair. We don't have to have it as it was. Let's just see what this one is. Oh yeah, it's not really the right colours at all. And then we had a couple left over from yesterday. Not so keen on those. That's a shame, isn't it? Oh, and I had this one from yesterday as well, with this really cute, you know, strawberry fairy, they call it. Oh, and this one from yesterday. Oh, I mean, like, how cute are these? I mean, they're a bit, obviously, yellow for what we're doing, because we're trying to have the sort of pinks and things, aren't we? So let's just tear this one down. And again, just tearing it down, you know, I could always fussy cut around it. I mean, to be honest, yeah, I actually think this one would be really, really lovely for an art journal page. So if I don't use it, I'm going to try and remember it to use as an art journal piece. I mean, obviously, the likelihood of actually being able to find it is pretty slim, but, you know, that's the theory. Okay. No. Okay. Oh, don't these roses look really great on here? They look really good, don't they? Yeah, love how they look. So I could kind of tie it in like that. I mean, obviously it's, you know, it's red, it's not pink. But what I'm thinking is, I wonder if I could just ink around the background so it has a pink thing going on. So let me just get my, oops, Victorian velvet. Oh, come on. I think. Sorry, I'm just knocking things down as usual. No, in fact, it's worn lipstick. So I'm wondering if I could use some of this. Oh, it's looking horribly bright, isn't it? So yeah, this might not be going to be quite such a good plan after all. Let's just have a look. Okay. Let me just try it on the back. Oh, it's bright, isn't it? Just have a look. If I kind of... Oh dear. I thought, oh, I'll try not to make it so bright, but yeah, of course I have. Because I just thought if I use it, you know, to dull down the white, if you know what I mean. So the white's not quite so bright. Like that. Okay. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? And that way it's just kind of tied the pink in, because obviously I felt, you know, of course there wasn't really any pink on here. It, you know, it's red. And hopefully by doing this has just kind of like, yeah, blended it in enough to be able to get away with using it for this piece. Let's hope. Okay. Oh, that's gorgeous, isn't it? So I'm just going to then ink up here. Again, just going around the edge a bit. Like that. Right. Oops. So I'm thinking put this on here. Now I've got this idea now, suddenly. Who knows, it might not be a winning idea, so we'll see. But let me just take some lace. So I'm just going to take this down here. I don't know whether it's going to go lengthways. It might go you know, portrait, but yeah. Oh, might not go on at all at this rate. So hold on. Okay. Oh dear. Right. Okay. So I'm thinking like this, and do you know, I think what might look really pretty on here, and again, you know, this is just, yeah, just an idea in my head yet. I haven't tried it, so it might just look really rubbish. But what I thought would look quite cute on this is if we wind some baker's twine round, and this baker's twine is obviously pink. So it's going to bring the pink in to the piece. So I'm just going to glue this down again, just, you know, so then it's stuck on here and I can't keep changing my mind. It's, you know, it's fixed on the page, which is a good start, because, you know, all the time I can move it, I just, yeah, find it just a bit too, well, too many options, I suppose. And then what I'm thinking is take my baker's twine, and I'm thinking wind it round a couple of times. Whoops. You know, almost like a parcel. And then here, like that. Oh, how cute does this look? Just tie it in a bow. I'm actually thinking we could have something dangling from here, but I haven't quite decided what yet. So we'll come back to that dangling kind of idea. Then my lace, just want to kind of have a bit of lace somewhere, and it's got this label which is just off pink. You know, it's kind of, yeah, I mean it is pink, but yeah, just not too obviously pink. Oh, I mean, how pretty does that look? And I just love the addition of this baker's twine. I mean, it's not really serving a purpose as such, but that being said, there's no reason why you couldn't then tuck a little journal card in here. So, you know, although it doesn't look like it's, oops, it doesn't look like it's serving a purpose, actually it would be doing. So let's just glue the lace down like that. Let's just cut the bling like that. Okay, and then right, and then I'm just going to put this, whoops, put this label down. On here. Like that. Right, now these roses, I'm just going to hot glue these down, but again, you know, like we often do, not going to press them in too much because I want them to have a bit of a raised effect. So yeah, just, you know, putting them on, pressing them very, very, very lightly. Now, obviously on the back, what I'm just going to do here is just glue the baker's twine. So obviously it's, you know, it's wrapped around here 3 times. So I just put 3 lines down of glue and just press that in. And, you know, that should hopefully, you know, just glue that down nicely. And obviously this is just a, you know, a bow. So, I mean, I could always kind of undo that bow and then, of course, you know, put something onto there, maybe like a little gem or a postage stamp or, you know, something anyway. You know, so it's got something hanging from it. I could even have just this little flower. The only thing is, to me, that straight away you've got 3 flowers lined up, which that's just weird, isn't it? So yeah, I won't do that, but something, I could have something hanging from it. And to be honest, you know, it doesn't need anything hanging from it. It looks perfectly fine with nothing. It doesn't need anything. But that said, it does look pretty with this flower, so I'm just going to glue that one down. Okay, and then let's just take this down here. And then what we could do, you see, is make a journaling card that just tucks in behind here. So let me just see if I've got anything, you know, again, just laying around on the desk that looks like it would lend itself, you know, in a quick and easy manner. Quick and easy way to be able to quickly just create a journaling card. Oh my goodness. I mean, how perfect is this? So, yep, all I'm going to do is cut this down like that. Okay. And like that. And then just, we can back that on too. I'm thinking something pink would look quite pretty. Do I have anything pink is the question. Oh, I mean, I've constantly got all sorts of rubbish laying around, but, you know. Ah, right. Got some scrapbook paper here. So, yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? Let me just check. Actually, maybe that way. What do we think? Yeah, maybe like that. So again, for the continuity, I'm going to just ink this around with the black. Like that. Okay. Oops. Sorry, I have got literally glue threads and hot glue threads all hanging off everything today. It's very annoying. Okay. So just pop that one down there. Like that. Okay. Oh, how gorgeous does that look? And then again, just for that continuity, I'm going to just ink around here in black as well. And then I will ink around the back in black as well. I mean, this was just scrapbook paper that just happened to be floating about on the desk, but you know, how awesome, because it just goes brilliantly, doesn't it? Okay. And then that can just tuck straight in, just like that, like a little pocket. How gorgeous is that? I love how that looks. So yeah, I mean, we've kind of added like another little bit to this one, which, how gorgeous does that look? Love it, love it, love it. Right, let's put that to one side. Okay, last one. So, oh, best crack on, because yeah, I feel like obviously I have taken a lot longer than I'd expected. I don't know why. You would have thought that I would be used to taking forever now. Right. I mean, she's not really quite right, is she, on there? I feel like we could find something that, you know, she goes a lot better on. I might have to actually go back through and pick a different image, because I thought actually this one, but to be honest, look at the size of this. It's, yeah, it's not going to fit, you know, on here. I have got this one, which she might fit. Let's just go for her, shall we? So I might have to tear some bits of her off, but you know, doesn't matter too much if we have to just tear one or two bits off of her. Okay. So yeah, we could move her over and then just trim those flowers down, I think. Or yeah, I mean, it's not too bad, is it? So I think what I might do is, like we did with the other one, just ink up a little bit in that pink. So hopefully there's a bit of pink still left on my pad. No, not enough. Not enough. Again, just, oh dear. Oh my goodness, look at how bright that came out. Yeah, it's very bright on there. So right, just kind of ink around a bit. Okay. How gorgeous does she look? I mean, just that little tiny bit of inking has just transformed her, hasn't it? From, you know, I mean, of course, obviously from that white background to now a pink background. But what I'm saying is, you know, doesn't she look 100% different now on this piece to how she looked with just the white, you know, the white in the background? So let's just see what we might mix her with. I've got some of these blue bows. Now, I think this blue bow is going to be too big, but let's just give it a try. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit on the monstrous side, isn't it, to be honest? Does it matter? You know, is it like too huge that it just looks terrible? Or do we think we can just about get away with it? Let's just bring in that lace again. I mean, we could actually have some lace going right down the side of this. So let's just tear this off. Okay. Right. Oops. Oh, how pretty does that look? So just going to ink around there with the black. here with the black. Now, obviously, this was where this has been torn out from that book, so we've got a lot of white showing, but I'm just going over that with the black, which hopefully is, you know, covering that up adequately. I mean, I could cut it, but actually I quite like that uneven type edge. So yeah, going to kind of leave it. Now I'm just going to, going to put this down along here, running down the edge. Like that. Oh dear. Okay. And then her, we can have like that. So, I mean, doesn't she just look so lovely? And then what did I do with that big blue bow? Oh, here it is. So, I mean, obviously I have got the concern that this is going to be, you know, too long for the page. So I think what I might have to do is just take it down a fraction here. And when I say a fraction, that obviously was a bit more than a fraction, but hey, never mind. Oops. Just, yeah, put that on there. Like that. Okay, and yep, just glue that on. Now, this obviously is just book page. So I feel a bit skeptical as to how brilliantly this is going to glue down on top of the lace. I hope it's not going to be too lumpy. I would do this with hot glue, you know, so I can be on the safe side. The problem is the hot glue is as well going to make this a lumpy piece, if you know what I mean. So it's like, where would I prefer the lumps? So yeah, hopefully it's going to just be okay on there. And then again, just going to now go over where I've cut her there with the black. Like that. So looking good, isn't it? Right, let's see now. I mean, I do love that blue bow, I have to say. It is quite huge, but, you know, sometimes I do like a statement piece. Oh, who am I kidding? Sometimes. Ooh, always. I do like a statement piece. Yeah, not sometimes. Actually, always. So, yep, we've got that one there. Now, obviously, I do want some bling here somewhere. Maybe here. Just need something else at the top. I'm just quickly seeing if I've got another hot glue stick in my drawer. Oh, of course I haven't, because that would be far too easy and convenient, wouldn't it? I'm sorry about this. Rummaging around in my drawer. No. Oh, that's annoying. Right, that is very annoying. Now, what am I going to put up here? It needs something else. I'm not quite sure what it needs. I mean, we could have, yeah, we could even have a couple of flowers or something. Ooh, that's quite pretty, isn't it? Yeah, love how that looks. So under here, I'm just going to pop a dab off the hot glue because, of course, now that will be, oops, covered by this flower. Ooh, hopefully. I don't even know whether I've got enough glue to actually stick that flower on. I've got to be truthful. Just hoping. It's just like winging a prayer type stuff going on here. Okay. Let's just see if there's anything else at all that I want. What colour is this butterfly? No. Just rummaging around, seeing what else I've got. I mean, I've got this one. It's, yeah, it's like a different colour altogether, isn't it? It's not looking quite right. That's quite pretty, actually. That is quite pretty because it's like unexpected, you know, which actually is, yeah, quite nice, I think. So let's pop this one down. Okay. Like that. And the bling. Do I want the bling now in front or in the middle of the butterfly? Do I want it to the side on here. I mean, I quite like it there. It's annoying because my hot glue has now died on me. No, it's not died, but you know, I need another one. And I don't want to have to stop the video, so I'm just ploughing on really. Right, let's just take this label. Okay. Oops. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? I mean, to be honest, it is quite tiny on there, but it does look quite pretty. So yeah, let's just go for that on there. Oh, I love how that looks. And then I'm just going to put the bling along that side bit, obviously using just the wet glue. So I just need to be careful not to, whoops, not to knock it off like I'm knocking everything else off at the moment. I just knocked that baker's twine into the bin now. So yeah, it's not looking good. Right, okay, let's have a look at the ones that we have done now so far. So today we have done the 2 belly band pieces, and again, you know, don't they just look so different? You know, they're really different looking, aren't they? And then we've got these pieces. So I've got this one here and then this one here, which I just absolutely love. So yeah, I hope that you like them. I mean, I think they're just absolutely gorgeous. And then yeah, I mean, hopefully I will actually make a journal, you know, using some flower fairy stuff. But yeah, I really hope that you like them. Hope it's given you some inspiration, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.